Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Maybury Mini Trucks. Today is Saturday, August 16th, 2025. And this is a video for Trish in Maryland. Trish is a long distance customer, but there's more. Trish, and I can tell this story because her husband doesn't know about it. It's a surprise. And this is a birthday present for her husband. And Trish, you're not the first one. I hate to say it, but there have been quite a few women, wives, even granddaughters for their grandfathers. And I don't know why it's women buying for men. I don't see why a man can't buy a mini truck for a woman because women do, they love mini trucks too. But Trish is buying this for her husband for a surprise, and they're having a party, and I don't even know her husband's name, but this is fun. This is like spec ops mini truck spec ops. And so we Mayberry mini trucks, also a few other things that are important. Mayberry mini trucks got the law passed in North Carolina making mini trucks street legal. And we petitioned the House and the Senate, educated them, and then lobbied the governor to sign our bill into law, which he did. And now lots of people are jumping in the business saying, "Oh, I want to be a dealer," but they don't know how to work on them, and they tend to look for a bargain, which means that, it's going to have to be, well, like I have a guy here right now. He just bought two, and he went to, I won't mention the name, but somebody out near Asheville. And he wisely said, "Well, let me think about this." And then he came here and saw the quality of what we carry. And then he ended up buying two. Well, Trish, you have bought an even nicer vehicle than he is buying. What you bought, Trish, or what I think you're buying, is a unicorn dump. I mean, it is so nice. Um, this would be the cherry on top of the sundae. That's what this is. This is the cherry on top of the sundae. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. This is a 1997 Daihatsu Hijet dump 4x4, 5-speed, 2-speed transfer case, differential lock unicorn with 10,301 original miles. How on earth is that even possible? Well, we do have a proclivity to find very nice things, this being at the vanguard position of our very nice trucks. So let's check this thing out. All right, so what is going on here? Um, okay, very good. Slight intermission there. All right, so the first thing I want to do is go around the periphery of the windshield and take a look at the condition. Well, the Cliff Notes version of this, that's just a scuff. I don't know if you can see that little scuff. Different than a scratch. A scuff means like a branch scuffed it, so the paint is not peeled off. That's the kind of thing that would buff out. So there's no rust anywhere around the windshield. Now, I want you to look at the front of this truck. Whoever owned this in Japan bought the truck and never used the truck. Look at that. Unbelievable. Now, we're going to come down the door pillar and thank you, thank you. And we're going to come down the door pillar and take a look. That's a scratch. And the door, guys, is ding free. Ding free. I mean, gorgeous. Now, good looking tire, beautiful inner fender. So, Trish, I'm interested to know, how did you know about the mini truck? We have two dings, one here one here. Very nice. Beautiful. Look at the condition of the paint. It has a luster to it. Oh, I'm not going to show you under the bed because I'm going to lift the bed up. Now, this is tape that was holding one of these on, but look at the condition of this bed, guys. It is like new. Unbelievable. They had a little bit of stuff in here. You can see some scratches on the tailgate, but it is so nice. Now, look, that is still on here, that plastic piece. Very, very unusual for that to still be here. So we've got a smattering of dings on the back of the tailgate, maybe 5 or 6. Small ding. Good looking plastic. Beautiful. So we have 2 dings on this bedside panel. One here, one here. A nice looking mud flap. See how the edge is still crisp and clean? That is a big deal. The back of the cab, I'll show you that when I lift the bed. Look at the door post. Another beautiful door. We do have a ding. Actually, it scratched the paint and they touched it up. You can see where they touched it up. It's the right color. You can tell they went to the dealership to buy that. Oh, and there's also a touch-up spot there. Beautiful under the inner fender on the passenger side. Look at the gold patina on that Japanese hardware. That is a big deal. Look at the door panel. Look how beautiful the door panel is. Look at that Japanese patina, guys. Some of you know what I mean. Japanese hardware has that gold patina for a while until it gets used. Well, the fact that the patina is still on here, man, is that pretty, means this truck had a very gentle life. Wow. Now the Daihatsu engine is behind the seats. Beautiful. All right. Very pretty. Let's look behind the seat. Look at that. You got the jack handle. And look at the fabric on the back of the passenger seat. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. All right, let's lift this bed up. Your dump rocker switch is right there. If you want it to lift faster, you push the gas. A Daihatsu with a belt-driven hydraulic pump will allow you to do that. Now I'm going to lift it and then push the gas. Notice how much faster it goes when you do that? Okay, now I want you to witness this. Look, now it's dirty. That's dirt. That's just something that's splashed on there. But look at that. That is that Japanese gold patina on top of the fuel tank of all places. On that nut going into the hydraulic cylinder. The hydraulic cylinder is dry as a bone and beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is the bottom of the bed, people. You could eat lunch on that. I don't mean to sound like a used car dealer, but I am a used car dealer. But I don't try not to sound like one. All right, now right there. Look at that solenoid. Beautiful. Nice, nice, nice. Oh man, is that beautiful? This is your safety. So that goes right there. So if somebody lowers that on you, or if that comes off, if that bolt comes disconnected, down she comes. Well, that will save you. All right. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful truck. So cool. And this is four-wheel drive, obviously, and it has differential lock, which you'll never use, but it's nice to have. Um, Beautiful, perfect door panel, just absolutely stunning. I don't know how much we paid for this, but I guarantee you it was a lot. Beautiful. It's dirty, but beautiful. 2-speed transfer case, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, untied shoe. Oh, I don't know if I can do this on this camera. I don't think I can. Okay. So we're in 4-wheel drive. That green light means 4-wheel drive. So now I'm going to push this and that light will turn off. All right. So off we go. We're going to make a U-turn. Now, Daihatsu's turned a ridiculously tight U-turn. Look at that. That's crazy. That's a Daihatsu for you. Okay. So we're going to take this down a steep hill, get it up to 60 miles per hour, and then we're going to turn around and come back up the hill and see how the power is. And I've got a very, very demanding set of circumstances that I'm going to put the truck in, and then we'll see how it does. So, Trish, don't ever try this at home. Do you remember when you were a kid? We used to see that. Kids, don't try this at home. Well, I won't call you a kid, but mini truck customers, don't try this at home. Ah, they're building a house there. How about that? All right, so let's get this up to speed. Nice. It's actually a little faster than 60. You only want to go 100 kilometers per hour at the most, and it feels phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go into third gear, and let's turn a U-turn and a nice little tight turn radius Daihatsu. And now we're going to go up the hill. I'm going to shut this window. Well, no, I can leave it open. So we're in fourth gear, guys, and we're accelerating quite handily. Now, I am going to, it's now in fifth gear, and we're going to see what this can do. We're climbing a good hill now. Because remember, coming down that hill, I got way up there. Well, we're going 65 kilometers per hour going up a steep hill. But wait, there's more. I sound like a commercial for Ronco. But wait, there's more. You won't get any steak knives with this truck. All right, so now I'm turning this corner. Now I'm going 30 kilometers per hour, which is 19 miles per hour. And now it's a very steep hill. But look what the accelerator, look at the speedometer. We are climbing in speed. That is a big deal because we're in fifth gear going 19 miles per hour up a steep hill. And we are accelerating, which is remarkable. That is absolutely remarkable. I mean, the truck is like a beautiful piece of candy, and it's like a dump with diff lock, 5-speed, 2-speed transfer case with 10,000 miles. It really doesn't get any better. So, all right. So now we accelerated up that hill, which is remarkable. So, Trish, if you like this truck and would like to purchase it, let us know. You can reach us at 336-777-9957. And Justin's number is 336. And so if you have any questions about the truck, the test drive or whatever, but the truck is gorgeous. And Mayberry mini trucks really, now Trish wants us to save this until November the 1st. So you're going to have to pay for it ahead of time. Normally, if I was bringing it to you, I'd say, just pay me when I get there. We've done it that way for 15 years, and we have never had anybody. I brought trucks to Iowa, and they paid for it when I got to Des Moines. And I've gone to Florida, Louisiana, Vermont, New York City. Um, and I've never, ever had anybody say, whoa, 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 that's not what I had in mind. I was expecting something better. That's never happened because we go through this kind of detail on the video. And you know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery. Well, now that all these people have popped up in the business, people are starting a YouTube channel and doing what I do, but people do not go that I've seen through the fastidious amount of effort to run a super, super tight ship. That is what we're doing. And we're having a good time. We're having a wonderful time. Whoa, did you see that? I think I'm in fifth gear. Let me slow down. There we go. Um, we really are having a lot of fun in the business, but maintaining a high standard for the trucks that we buy and making a fair profit. I know this thing was a lot. I don't know exactly how much this truck was, but it had to be a lot um, because it's so nice and it's a dump and it has 10,000 miles, which is crazy, crazy. All right, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a little button that says subscribe. If you would please hit that button because that'll help us get to 10,000 subscribers, which is something I'm trying to do, and hit notification if you want to be notified. And that way you'll know when we post a video. And then you can watch the video and say, "Oh, that's what I'm looking for," and then call us. And we use full synthetic oil. This truck right here has a brand new full synthetic oil change, new air filter, new oil filter, and if we have to get it dialed in, like this one needed spark plugs, so we put new plugs in it, and little, there's always a little something you can do. And so, guys, that pretty much concludes today's video. Happy birthday, Trish's husband, coming up in November. I think it's November the 1st. And thank you for your business.